Okay, so now let's finish up by talking about the Louisiana Group Project, which is due at the end of the quarter, but I've already set you into groups. So let's share the screen. Can you see the screen, my screen?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right. Did I X out of that? Oh, maybe there's two Chromes running. Crap. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Let's X out of this stuff so I don't get confused. All right, let's go back in to 303. You'll notice that with your group project, where is it? The Louisiana Anthology. So, looks like nobody's messed with it yet. There are 9 groups. I've set up group 1 to include Boston, Broussard, and Craddock. And it's just alphabetical. So if your name starts with a D or an E, you're probably in group 2, and so on. So we have 9 groups. I think 8 and 9 have 2 people each instead of 3. Normally it's 3. So you may want to set up some sort of group theme or something. When you need to talk to me about the group project, talk to me in these forums. So group 1, Boston, Broussard, and Craddock. Any questions you have about your specific project, put in here. When I log into Moodle, it'll have a little, oh, there's somebody posted in this forum, and I'll know to look. And that keeps it all nice and separate. And email is just a mess. It's a mess on top of a mess. So if we can put our communications in here, at least for me, and your group wants to communicate some other way, that's fine by me. You'll need to give them as much information as possible. Okay, so let's talk about, oh yeah, this is not mine. Oh, well, I guess that's not either, but it's not that far off. All right, let's make this bigger. Go back into 303, syllabus. Right now, the first step is picking out what you want to work on. Let's talk about what this project is in general. And I've got a lot of videos on this, a lot of videos. So this won't be replacing those. It's more of a supplement. To get this out of here. I think it might do better just to download it. Ah, yes, that's what I want. Okay, can you, oops, see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you hear the crickets?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Hi there. Come up on the porch. We're just sitting here watching it rain and talking about Louisiana.
Okay, so that is me at the introduction of our weekly Louisiana Anthology podcast. Whatever we want to talk about, as long as it has something to do with Louisiana, go away. So the overall project, what is an anthology? It is a collection of texts that focus on a specific topic. So if you've taken British literature and you bought a textbook, that textbook was an anthology. If you've taken American literature and bought a textbook for it, it was an anthology, a collection of American literature. So we were thinking about a collection of Louisiana literature. And why would we need such a thing? Well, we decided to go see when the last one had been done. And there was one, the Louisiana book. Fancy font. I like that font. Oh, but unfortunately, it was done in 1894. So it's out of date. There is a current one being offered online over at Centenary, our sister university. I guess they're a college over in Shreveport. But as you may be able to tell, it's in French. So we wanted to make a collection of texts about Louisiana that include all of our languages and all of our available literature, the Louisiana Anthology. And we wanted to make it so that it fits nicely on an iPhone or some other smartphone. So this is what you get if you go to our website on your smartphone. We've divided it up into authors, titles, languages. We hadn't really done eras or genres or regions yet. We may get to that someday. So here's our author list. You can see them all. They're over 200 now. Or if you click on a C, then you would go here. And you say, oh, I know that Sam Clemens fellow. He's he's kind of famous, I think. Click on that. We have two things by Sam, The Long, Long, Long Life from the Mississippi, and a letter to his sister, Pamela A. Moffett.
It's the beginning of Lent, and all good Catholics eat and drink freely of what they please, and, in fact, do what they please, in order that they may be the better able to keep sober and quiet during the coming fast. It has been said that a Scotchman has not seen the world until he has seen Edinburgh, and I think that I may say that an American has not seen the United States until he has seen Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Sam Clemens, March 9th, 1859.
Okay, so if you go to our letter from Sam Clemens to Pamela Moffett, you won't have the music, unfortunately, but you will have the pictures and this excited report from a 22-year-old Sam Clemens. Mark Twain is several years off in the future. He hasn't created the character yet. This is just his letter to his sister about going to the third Mardi Gras parade that had ever been thrown in New Orleans. So at the beginning of Mardi Gras, we have the beginning of Sam Clemens. It's a great letter. And so we wanted it on our website. Now, it is available one other place, the Mark Twain Project. Let's see how the two compare. Okay, so on your iPhone, this is what you see when you read that letter. If you go on your iPhone to the Mark Twain Project, this is what you see. Ooh, sad trombone. It's hardly legible. Now, if you're doing a research paper on Mark Twain's trip to New Orleans, you want to go to the official Mark Twain project. They've got official scholars making official footnotes and putting them in tiny, tiny print so you'll know they're official footnotes. If you want to read this just for basic information and fun, you come to our website because it's the one that looks better and is more usable. So we wanted a big collection of texts about Louisiana that people could find easily and read easily. And we do have some endnotes too, but we tried to make it so it was friendly to smartphones. And we got a lot of stuff. Let's see, this is the first European account of a guy that got lost and stumbled across what's now Louisiana. Native American stories, founding of New Orleans, Pierre Antoine, Antonio de Sedella, one of the early Spanish priests to come to New Orleans and to try to bring with him the Spanish Inquisition. It did not work out that well. Battle of New Orleans, Civil War, late 19th century, Old French Market by Catherine Cole, a pioneering woman journalist of the 19th century. Kate Chopin, of course, lots of Kate Chopin, lots of cookbooks. So that's basically the scope of the Louisiana Anthology. What we are trying to do is put up an online collection of texts that is available throughout the world for free, that have a particular look and a particular way of interacting on your computer or cell phone or even an iPad, so that they all have a similar look, a similar format. And we're taking all of this material that's mostly on the internet, but in some other form, and putting it into form for for our website. And that's where you guys come in, is taking one of these, like a Norman's New Orleans. So this is taking a while, Norman. So here's the group that worked on Norman's New Orleans back in the day. When was this? 2014. They did this. And once you finish, and it's completely finished, a lot of these take several quarters, and you'll pass it along. You may take work from somebody before you and pass it along to somebody after you, but eventually it will wind up on our website and be available, hopefully permanently, all around the world. So let me ask you this: how many of your projects do not wind up in some professor's trash can? This one is actually going out to the world. And oh, by the way, this is another assignment where everybody makes a 92, an A, because this is kind of a service to the world and I want to reward your virtue. So this one and the recipe one, we kind of work on until we get it right, and so everybody gets an A. So that's it helps with bringing up the grades that are not always that good with the, especially the proposal and the sentence outline. People run into trouble with those. So here's a place to get some, get a leg up on things. All right, so let's talk about what you'll be doing. First, I have put you in a group, so we've done number one. I will need your group to get together and put your choices into your forum. Here are our available choices this quarter. People like cookbooks, and so I have put them up at the top if your group is interested in one of these cookbooks, because We're always running out of cookbooks on the website for class projects. This will help the future class have something to work on. The O1s have been worked on before, and they have some helpful hints about what you need to do going forward. The ones without numbers have not been worked on, like Antoine's Restaurant 100th anniversary. Why are we not getting it? Roblox. Here's Antoine's. So we have to convert that into our format. If your group wants to work on that, stage one is just getting this into basic HTML, and then you'll go through the proofreading process. Melee hadn't been worked on. The other ones with the O1s, somebody's worked on them some quarter. Now, as we go through the choices, 00 was a special project for 2017, the 300th birthday of New Orleans. We were trying to get this stuff posted for the birthday. We didn't quite make it. We did it with a lot of stuff, but not these. And so these are documents about early New Orleans history. The O1s are any random thing we've worked on before. Some group has worked on this some quarter. And I'll have little notes about, this woman's husband brought the Napoleonic Code to Louisiana. This is about the Aaron Burr conspiracy. Robert Penn Warren. This one's kind of about Huey Long. It's a thinly veiled Huey Long. Confederate pirate. So yeah. And the ones without the number one, nobody's worked on it before. So you'll see, like this is not in our format. So the first thing your group will do is we'll work together to put in the format, and then you'll proofread it. There we go. All right, so what I need from your groups are your top 3 choices. That way, if one of them has been taken by a group that was quicker on the draw, I can go to a second choice. I already have your names and email addresses, so I don't need that. But you will need to give each other your contact information so you can find each other on short notice. People tend to disappear, especially graduating seniors. And so you want to be able to track people down with multiple avenues, not just email. All right, so after that, we'll get into more stuff. This is all you need to worry about at this point. Once we've done that step, then we'll take the next step. But immediately, what I'd like y'all to do is get with your groups. If you can't find a group, go ahead and make your choices. It's better to get on with something, like then if it waits too long, I go ahead and assign something. And it's not always what you would have chosen yourself. All right, so any questions about the group project, the anthology? Let me show you once again where you will put this. Go away. Not you guys. The Zoom keeps putting these annoying bars up that keep me from clicking on stuff. Okay, I don't know what this is. Why are there 2 Chromes? All right, so once Boston, Broussard, and Craddock have made your 3 choices, put them here. And your top choice that is still open, will be yours for the group project. And then we'll figure out exactly what your group is doing, because there's a big long list of stuff, but nothing applies to every group. I try to focus on one thing, doing one thing till we get that done, and then we do the next thing. And what thing that is, we have to look at the little notes and see, because every project is a little different. So we'll be meeting together over the next few days, hopefully in groups to get y'all cranked up. So we end where we started at the Cotton Restaurant. So no questions?
No, sir.
no,
I think
sir.
you covered everything.
All right, great. And I will try to post these. These will be separate YouTube videos, one on each thing we talked about today. All right, well, thank you guys for coming out on a Saturday. You know, recommend this to your friends. Oh, crawfish. Crawfish and beer. Oh, making me hungry. All right.
Thank you. Today was really helpful.
All right, well,
Yeah,
thank
thank you
y'all for
very much.
coming out on a
Yes,
Saturday.
extremely helpful.
Great, great.
Extremely helpful.
Well, my first time anybody ever observed my teaching for a student teaching class, came back to the class and told everybody that my presentation left people confused and depressed. So if I can avoid that, it'll be a good day.
We're doing good.
All right, see you guys next time. Y'all have a good rest of the Saturday. Go find you
Thank you.
some crawfish and eat them. That's my recommendation.
Will do.
All
You have
right.
a great day.
You too.